Hi everyone. In this video, we will understand how to enable multi-factor authentication in your custom login page using AWS Cognito. For this tutorial, we will use Cognito APIs instead of using any SDK. So I will use APIs to explain the workflow, and you are free to choose SDK of your choice. And most of the commands which we will see in API, same commands are available in SDK as well. So let's create a user pool, and I will create public client. Now go to sign in settings under authentication, locate sign in and click on edit under multi-factor authentication. Select require MFA and MFA method, select multi-factor authenticator apps and save changes. Now let's create a user for this pool. So just Google AWS Cognito API and go to API reference. Under actions, first action is sign up. So this is the API call which we have to make. And for doing things quickly, I have created this README under this Cognito course repo. Under the MFA folder, you can find this README with all the commands. Let's edit it and make this API call. So client ID, go to app client, client ID. Let's paste it at top. And username, whatever email we want to register. So for me, it's and password. And we can run this curl command either in bash, git bash, or use postman and import the command here. Curl command can be imported and it will show like this. For me, region is Mumbai. Change region according to where you have created your user pool, according to the region where you have created your user pool. And I forgot to explain the command, but what essentially we are doing is that we are calling this endpoint, and in header we are telling that it's sign up command, and then we are passing client ID, username and password. Let's send. And here our user got created, but user is still not confirmed. And if I go to users, I can see user and status is unconfirmed. So for that, we can call confirm sign up action. And this is the structure. Here we have to pass .confirm sign up in the header. Let's do it. Everything will remain same. Client ID and username. For confirmation code, if we see the message, it says that code is delivered to my email. So I will open my email and get the code. Let's use the code and send. Now we got success. It means our user is confirmed. If I refresh here, I can see that my user is indeed confirmed. Now next step is to log in. And since MFA is enabled, now if I try to log in, it will send me some challenge, auth challenge, and I have to follow this workflow before I can continue. So when I will run initiate auth command or API, then I will get auth challenge as MFA setup and a session token. That session token, I have to call another API, AssociateSoftwareToken, which will provide me a secret code to set up MFA on my device, and then that code I will pass to VerifySoftwareToken API, and if things are correct, then MFA setup will be done. And optionally, we can call RespondToAuthChallenge API, or we can again initiate Auth API. And if you are not familiar with the workflow of multi-factor authentication, then do check out this video. In this video, I have explained how MFA exactly works. So let's start with login or initiate auth. And if I go here in documentation also, for login, we have this initiate auth command or action. And for this, we have to pass here. We have to pass which auth flow we want, and client ID and username and password. Since we are going to use username and password, we should allow it in our user pool client. So go to client and edit. Here, click on allow user password auth. Save the changes and copy this initiate auth command. Paste it here and username, password, client ID. Let's call this API. And here, as response, I got challenge, which is MFA setup. And this is a session which I can use to continue the challenge. Now, if I go to RespondToAuthChallenge command here, and for MFA setup type, I have to call AssociateSoftwareToken first, and then VerifySoftwareToken, and then if it's successful, we can use the token or session to call this API, which is RespondToAuthChallenge. So let's call AssociateSoftwareToken, and it will return us the secret key. And here I have to put my session, which I got as part of initiate auth. Paste it here, and again, let's import and call this API. Now, as part of associate token, I got secret code and session. So this session we will use for next API call, and this secret we have to create a QR code out of it, and then user will scan this QR code, and user must scan QR code and submit the form, and within the duration of this session token. And to show the QR, anything can be used, means any library can be used. I am using QR code.react, and we do not have to show QR code just for this secret code. We have to show in this format so that our authenticator app like Google Authenticator can recognize it. Here we have to put secret code. Issuer is the application name. So for me, like it's Trixsumo mobile or web application, and username is the name of user, and generally we know for which user we are trying to log in. So let's save it, and here my app is already running, and this QR code is updated. So I will scan it, and now I have OTP in my authenticator application. So let's call next API, which is VerifySoftwareToken, and for this we need to pass the session which we got as part of AssociateSoftwareToken, and user code from my device, and friendly name we can give. So user code is 620976, and it will remain valid for 30 seconds. So I have to do it quickly. And session from here to here. Sometimes this session expires before user enter the session or code. So in that scenario, make sure to handle those error cases. My code again is reset. Even if user enter wrong code, then also you have to handle that in catch block. Let's make the request, send. I got success for verify token and this session code. Now at this point, either I can again initiate auth from beginning and do MFA thing, or I can use this thing, this session to call RespondToAuthChallenge. So let's call that. And RespondToAuthChallenge. Challenge type is MFA setup. Client ID is this. And session we have to pass, which we got as part of verify token. Make sure to put JSON in proper format, else it will give error. And username. So let's call this API. And I got access token, refresh token, and ID token. So this is the MFA flow. Initiate auth, then it will send a challenge as MFA setup. So then call AssociateSoftwareToken, then use session from this, and for secret code, convert it into QR code. User will scan the code, and you will take TOTP or OTP as input from user. That can be sent as part of VerifySoftwareToken command, and if it's successful, then basically flow is successful. Now we can from next time when user will log in again, they will use again this API, initiate auth API. So let's do that also, this one. So suppose user logged out and after 1 or 2 days they are trying to log in again. This time challenge name will be software token MFA. And let's go to here and correspond to auth challenge documentation, and let's search for software token MFA, software token MFA, and this is the format which we have to send. Respond auth challenge. So instead of MFA setup, make it software token MFA. Software client ID will be there, session will be there, but we have to use this new session which we got as part of initiate auth, and paste here. Also we have to pass username, and this time we have to pass this thing, software token MFA code. So software token MFA code, this thing, and I can take code from my application. So it's 295.185, and before it expire, I will quickly make this API call. It's almost expired. Let's see if it works. Number cannot be converted to string. Okay, so here it should be string, and 842.094, send, and login is successful. Again, I got all the required tokens. So this is the overview of Webflow. Now you can take library or SDK of your choice. For example, if we talk, if we see JavaScript SDK, then I guess this is not what I was searching. So let's search AWS SDK v3 for Cognito, and this is the correct documentation. So here, like if I search initiate auth, then we have initiate auth command, which is equivalent to whatever API call we made. Similarly, here also we can find AssociateSoftwareToken, VerifySoftwareToken, and RespondToAuthChallenge. Inputs or parameters for these functions will be same, like whatever we passed in the APIs. It's just a wrapper on top of those APIs. So hope you find it helpful, and if you have any doubts, do let me know in the comments. Thank you.